Hey everyone, my name is Jeff Bunka and I am the drive coach and an engineering mentor for Team 5895 Petty Robotics. On this episode of FUNalysis, we're going to be looking at an example of some key decision making made in terms of employing different defensive strategies and countermeasures to ultimately disrupt a very rock solid team in terms of the big dumper archetype. Some creative implementation of defensive strategy is exactly what the doctor ordered here, and ultimately resulted in a very compelling shift in momentum and a win for the Blue Alliance in this match.
Before we get to our next segment, we'd like to thank the following. It isn't too late to order competition apparel for your team at FRC Tees. Founded by FRC alumni and offering a free 14-day turnaround with expedited options available, go to frctees.com to see why hundreds of teams are making FRC Tees their first choice for their apparel needs. That's frctees.com. Osh Cut is a premier metal cutting service for first teams. No minimum order, options for same-day turnaround, guaranteed lead times, and instant online quotes. Osh Cut is offering first teams 50% off any future order up to $200 when you scan the QR code or go to funroboticsnetwork.com/OSHCUT. Just upload a 3D model or flat pattern to get started.
Okay, so we are going to be reviewing First Mid-Atlantic Warren Hills District Event Qualification Match number 41. We're going to be looking at the creative, or I should say, tenacious strategies that the Blue Alliance took in order to overcome the Red Alliance, despite the Red Alliance having a fair amount of firepower against them. So on the Red Alliance, we have Team 8513, Sisters First, Team 8706, which is MXS Bulldog Bots, and then 6945, Children of the Corn. On the Blue Alliance, we have Team 5992, the Pirates, Team 316, the Lunatics, who are a very compelling scorer, very, very evenly matched with 8513, Sisters First, and then 10995, the ACS Eagle Robotics. So, again, we have two dumper-style robots, one on each side of the field, 8513 Sister First on red, and then 316 the Lunatics on blue. Very well matched and very, very, very strong scoring capabilities. So, first off, we'll get the match started here. You can see a pretty typical one-for-one connection in the center of the field between 8513 and 316, both acquiring game pieces and pushing across the field. At that point, though, we will move to, 2 minutes, 17 seconds left in the match. What I want to point out here is essentially what happens is 316 has moved into this zone, and they are actually going to be collecting here. And then you're going to notice that they're going to start to push game pieces into a very choice area in this location here, adjacent to the red bump. And I also want to point out that you can see Sisters First is in Station 1, which means that the bump on this side of the field for them is going to be their ideal channel of transport or transition between the zones. They are a tall robot, which means they can't go into the trench, so they're limited to only bump transfers. And that bump on that side of the field is going to be ideal given the sight lines of their Station 1 location. So again, watch as 316 is pushing game pieces and ultimately ends up creating a hazard in that part of the field. So go ahead and rewind that a little bit so we can see what happened. And you'll notice that right around 2 minutes, 11 seconds, Sisters First goes to push over. They only have limited visibility on this side of the bump. And ultimately what happens is the 8513 machine does become beached. So boom, right there you can see Sisters First is now beached right in front of their red bump on that side of the field in the center zone, and is in a precarious situation, to say the least. So if I move forward to just under 2 minutes left in play here, you're going to see that ultimately all three of the Red Alliance robots, obviously including Sisters First, are now going to be completely committed to trying to free up the 8513 machine. Without that firepower on the red side of the field, the Red Alliance is in hot water. So You see 1, 2, and then 3 red robots are now working, committed to trying to clear Sisters First. And eventually they do become cleared. So you can see Sisters First is now off of their, their trap there, and they are actively collecting game pieces within the central zone along that side of the field. And ultimately, there's only 1 second left before the activation period for their alliance is active. So before their hub becomes active, so they really do have to pick up ground here because their hopper is relatively empty. So they're very quickly trying to collect as many game pieces as possible so that they can cash in on their their activation period. So now at essentially 1 minute 37 seconds left, Blue Alliance has all of the momentum. So while Sisters First and their 2 red teammates were working to try and clear the 8513 machine, 316 and their alliance members were building the score. So now, remember, we come out of autonomous. There's something like a 5 to 7 point differential actually in favor of red. Red ended up winning the autonomous period of this match. But because Sisters First was so far behind, by the time we move into their activation period, Blue Alliance is ahead 138 to 69. So Blue Alliance already has a pretty compelling lead. Definitely not something that is insurmountable by any means, but again, Blue Alliance has pulled ahead and is starting to open up the gap. Okay, so if we look at 1 minute 27 seconds left in play here. Yep, there we go. 1 minute 25 is good enough. You'll see the Blue Alliance has found a chance to further split the defense. So now what happens is Sisters First is trying to collect and come back to score. 316 is moving in this direction to head them off, and then actually another blue robot, which is kind of hidden by the hub there, is actually pushing in this direction. So you have a Blue Alliance robot here, a Blue Alliance robot here, and Sisters First is in the middle, which essentially gives them very limited opportunity to move through. 316 eventually lets them through. Sisters First pushes all the way back. But at this point, by the time that they are clearing the red bump, the Blue Alliance activation period has started. So you'll see 316 has shifted back this way, and they're obviously getting ready to score to further advance their lead. Okay, so 54 seconds left in play now. We'll scrub to 54 seconds here. 54 seconds left in play. Both blue defenders push to the red home zone. And they lock down 8513 again. And what you'll see is while both blue defenders are in this zone, 8513 is a little bit obstructed from view here behind the red hub, but they are essentially in that red trench. They will be able to get a roughly 20-point payload off. So you see Sisters First firing over the red trench, near the red trench. And that closes the gap a little bit more, but Red Alliance is still down by roughly 100 points. As we move into the final 40 seconds. Let's move to 30 seconds left in play now. So now if we move to, 30 seconds, there we go, 31 seconds, close enough. This is the last final push from 316. So what they will do is essentially get in the way of 8513, then push forward to the blue side of the field and unload one last payload. That brings us up to, 246, 250 or so for the Blue Alliance. To the Red Alliance is 121 with the final 14 seconds left in play. So ultimately what ends up happening is the Blue Alliance takes the dub here, 280 to 163. So what went into this, right? 316 started off strong by basically setting a fuel trap for 8513 right against their red bump. 8513 gets beached, which then forces the entire Red Alliance to shift into a reactive measure to try and clear their top scorer so they can get back in the game. While they're all manically trying to do that, 316 is pumping fuel into their hub. And then from there, it was just pushing, basically a double team defensive scheme on 8513 the entire way. So, at this point, 8513 is the number 3 ranked robot in this, at this point in time in this tournament. So they are the clear threat. So 316 and Co. decide to push the Pirates and 10995 across the field, basically playing double team defense against the top scorer of the Red Alliance. And ultimately, it causes the Red Alliance to react now. All of the momentum has now shifted in favor of the Blue Alliance, and the Red Alliance is trying to play catch up. So, ultimately what ends up happening, if you're not aware, these two teams, 316 and 8513, end up aligning and winning the entire tournament together. So, definitely a happy ending for both teams in terms of how this entire tournament went out. But again, super exciting to see 316, employ some very creative strategies here with their teammates 5992 and 10995 to ultimately disrupt a relatively clean flow for a prominent, dumper style robot in 8513. All right, well, that's going to do it for this episode of FUNalysis. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this content, to like and subscribe, and definitely please leave a comment in the Discord or on the YouTube comment thread, letting us know if there's a choice match that you think we should break down next. We'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell to stay up to date on future fun videos. Osh Cut is a premier metal cutting service for first teams. No minimum order, options for same-day turnaround, guaranteed lead times, and instant online quotes. Osh Cut is offering first teams 50% off any future order up to $200 when you scan the QR code or go to funroboticsnetwork.com/OSHCUT. Just upload a 3D model or flat pattern to get started. It isn't too late to order competition apparel for your team at FRC Tees. Founded by First alumni and offering a free 14-day turnaround with expedited options available, go to FRCtees.com to see why hundreds of teams are making FRC Tees their first choice for their apparel needs. That's FRCtees.com.